So welcome to my video. Thank you for watching. So today I wanted to talk about my goals for 2025, which is 5 goals in total. And I'll also be revealing the steps that I want to take to achieve those goals. So the first step or the first goal that I have is my Christian goals. I want to achieve my Christian goals in 2025. And by doing that, I want to follow 4 steps. The first step that I want to take is for me to read the Bible and pray every single day. As you can see, in 2024, I highly annotated my Bible, but I did not read consistently. I wasn't consistent. So in 2025, I want to read the Bible every single day. I want to pray every single day. That's my first step. My step number 2 is I want to once a month to either fast or to preach the gospel, because I feel like as a Christian I've been really slow when it comes to doing the God's work or the kingdom's work. So that's my step 2. My step 3 for this year is for 2025 in my Christian goals is for me to socialize more with my Christian brothers and sisters, go participate more in Bible studies, or go preaching the gospel, or just hanging out with Christian friends in general. And my fourth step is for me to do more research on Christian womanhood or Christian femininity. So I really want to dive deeper into what it means to be a Christian woman or a Christian wife, a Christian friend, a Christian sister. So yeah, those are my steps to reaching my Christian goals for 2025. Now my second goal, I'm just gonna look at my cheat sheet. My second goal of 2025 is health and cooking. So they're kind of intertwined, and they have to do with step number 4 of my Christian goals, which is when I'm talking about health and cooking, it's because 2025 is the year that I will be living alone. I will be cooking all of my meals. I will be prepping all of my meals. And I really want to, but I really want to practice improving my cooking skills. I want to learn how to cook dishes from different countries, even different continents. I want to be able to cook 3 or 4 Asian dishes, 3 or 4 Western dishes, and so on and so forth, because I want to be the type of wife and mother that can cook diverse dishes, or they can I want to be able to cook and bake for my future family if God blesses me with marriage. So, yeah, and when I'm talking about health and cooking, not just in this sense of cooking, but I also want to eat healthy foods. So, the steps that I will take is during the month, I will be eating strictly healthy food. For the first month of 2025, I want to eat only vegetables and meat. So I want to cut carbohydrates, I want to cut sugars, I want to cut added sugars. So 2025 January, for the whole month, I'll only be eating vegetables, fruits, and meat. Nothing else. No rice, no pasta, nothing like that, because I want to lose weight. I want to reach my goals for my body. I want to lose my belly fat. I want to stop being skinny fat. So that's why I said healthy cooking and health. The second step that I want to do is at the end of each month, I will be inviting friends or family members to come and dine at my house so that I can practice cooking dishes from different countries and then serving my family or friends to taste so that I can see improvement and I can also practice. Because obviously, I won't be able to be practicing these dishes or if I'm only eating healthy foods. My goal number 3 for 2023 is marriage and maturity. So, goal number 3 is marriage and maturity. So I want to grow mature in 2025. I want to work on growing or becoming spiritually, emotionally, mentally mature, in which I want to be able to discern right from wrong. I want to be able to analyze people, analyze myself when I'm wrong. And when it comes to marriage, I want to pray and improve myself to prepare myself for marriage, because I'm about to turn 28 and I really want to start praying and prepping myself. Turn 28 and I really want to start praying and prepping myself for marriage. And I will be praying in 2025. I will make the goal of praying and fasting whenever I can for marriage, that God will bless me with marriage, that I may meet, hopefully, may God present me my future husband in 2025, and that I can also improve myself as a woman. That's why if you see the past goals kind of have to do with this goal, because I want to I want to be a good wife that can cook. That's why I have goal number 2. And I want to be a good wife that is a wife of prayer, a wife of worship, a wife that serves God. So obviously I'm not doing all of this to just find a husband, but I do want to meet my husband in 2025, and I also do want to improve myself. And the steps that I will be taking for goal number 3 is I will be watching more sermons on marriage. I will be praying more. Step number 2, I'll be praying for my future husband and myself. I will be praying that I meet my future husband in 2025 for step number 3. And step number 4 is I will be doing more research, as I was already saying in step number 1, that um, I will be watching more sermons, doing more research on femininity and stuff like that. The fourth and last goal is my reading goals. And this I'll probably have to do a separate segment because it might take me a while. So let me just get all the books to show you what will be on my reading goals for 2025. So, reading goals. So, my fourth and one of my important goals for 2025 is for me to read 20 books. Usually in a year, I read 13 to 15 books, but 2025, I'm feeling really confident and I really want to read more books. Usually, the first half of the year, I don't read much because I'm always in a depressive or sad mood. And this time, I want to change because in 2024, I only started reading. I was in a big reading slump where I only read from August till December. So this year, if I feel like if I start early, I'll be able to read 20 books. If I don't reach my 20 books goal, I at least want to finish reading all of these books. If I don't read 20 books, at least if I read these books, I will be happy and satisfied for the rest of the year. So these are my must read books for 2025. And the first one that I have, I'm going to go by the order that I want to read them, ideally. So the first one that I have is from Third World to First, by Lee Kuan Yew. It's basically the story of Singapore and the Asian economic boom. This is the book I plan on reading in January. Then for February, I want to read this book, which is a Christian book that I'm really excited, and this is Jesus the King, Understanding the Life and Death of the Son of God by Timothy Keller. Not that long, but I heard it's a really good book. Then March of the Mammoths. It's basically a reading challenge that happens on YouTube. And so March of the Mammoths, I want to read War and Peace, because in 2024 I actually read sorry, I'm showing you Frankenstein. Okay, so in 2024 I read Anna Karenina and I really loved it. I read it in a month and 3 weeks. So I really want to read War and Peace, and you can see I already have separators that I made to motivate myself to reading and finishing War and Peace. Then, so what I really loved about 2024 is when I was reading Anna Karenina, I finished 4 books while I was reading Anna Karenina. So I will be reading some other fiction books or maybe short non-fiction books so that I can stay motivated while I'm reading a long book. So hopefully that will help me to reach my 20 books reading goal. But then I want to read this one. Oh, okay. Then I want to read this one. This is Descriptive Letters by C.S. Lewis. And I already started reading it, but then I DNF'd it. It's actually really, really good. I just stopped reading for some reason. I can read this one after War and Peace. Then I would like to read this classic that I've had for the longest in my shelf, and this is Alone in Berlin by Hans Fallada. I also have Separators, and I'm really excited to read. And the last book that I have that I really want to read and get it over with is this one by John Bunyan, which is The Pilgrim's Progress. I think every Christian knows about this book. People call it the second Bible, where it basically talks about the journey that a Christian will take once they accept Christ. Another book that I forgot to add to this list that I have to read in 2025 is The House of the Dead and The Gambler. I want to read both of these books in 2025 because I have this rule where if I read one Tolstoy book, I have to read one Dostoevsky book, and I'm planning to read one Dostoevsky, at least 2 Dostoevsky's book per year, and 1 Tolstoy book per year. So yeah, after reading War and Peace, hopefully I can read this one as well. Step number 1 is for me to read all these books that are in my must-read pile for 2025. If I don't complete the 20 books in 2025, I will be satisfied because I read all of these books. But I'm hoping that while I'm reading War and Peace, I can read 4 or 5 books in between. And hopefully, if I can finish all of these books after War and Peace, I will be able to read more books. And by the end of the year, I can read 20 books. So those are all of my goals for 2025. I know I'm speaking maybe a little bit too fast, and maybe some parts didn't make sense, but thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.